So I want to read a couple of things from Patrick Bet-David's podcast, because what he's doing is what the mainstream media did back when Trump was in before, except he's doing it in a passive way. So if anybody remembers, all everyone did was inject themselves, okay, as if they were smarter than Trump, okay, never giving Trump any credit, whether it was Fauci, whether it was, there were so many, James Comey, of course, then he was fired, not for that, but for other reasons. There was always people that were trying to outshine Trump, okay? And the mistake that the mainstream media makes and the podcasters are now making is that what makes Trump a genius, okay, and I don't think it's an ability many people have, not with as far as he can go with it, is his ability to see the long-term effects, like way, way long-term, which is why he often does what he does right now that seems confusing, because he sees. So if you can see it as far out as he can, if I could, then I would understand why he, I probably would understand it more. I try to understand it, but he's somebody that really sees it far out. So, I mean, he's a genius. Musk is not even close to in the mental or brain mentality that Donald Trump is. But all everybody wanted to do when Trump was in office before was belittle him and call him stupid. And now the podcasters, your new mainstream media, your podcasters are doing that, but they've promoted themselves as being supporters of Trump, okay? But they really never have been. And so now that Elon Musk is in this role, they're just like, can't let anything happen between the relationship, because the mainstream, Patrick Bet-David says the mainstream media is going to try to divide and conquer Musk from Trump. No, see, that's where your argument fails, Patrick Bet-David. It totally fails, because I'm a Trump supporter, and I know I'm not the only one, and we are not fond of Elon, so that argument doesn't hold. But see, but they all know, just realize, the podcasters know that Silicon Valley is controlling the censorship, okay? So they know people like me, they know the average Americans are being suppressed. So they don't have to worry. They can say those things. They can lie and say that Musk is a free speech absolutist when he's not. And they can ignore people like me because we're being suppressed. Yeah, just wait till that window opens up, and that'll really make all of you guys look like the jerk-offs you are. But so he's doing this thing now where Musk just has to, he says Musk just has to let Trump know, let's not let the media interfere with anything, because, the media is saying that Musk is the president. And so Patrick Bet-David is saying that that's, it could get under Trump's skin, and, his personality is fragile. See, these are all belittling things. It's subtle, but it's belittling. It's doing the same thing. So that's how many people hate him. And the only reason I say that I think that they hate him, I think they have ties to things they had to do with, knowing about stuff. Again, when that shadow government plans ahead, okay? And so they knew the mainstream media would fall. So these podcasters, and there's so many of them, got in line, and they all are doing the same thing. And many of them were very clear that they didn't support Trump. But then with him putting RFK and Musk in, then they supported him. And so Patrick Bet-David being one of the worst shills ever. And he's just, he's a trashy person. He really is, because he bases everything about who somebody is based on how much money they have. He's very obvious about it. Very obvious. Because everything is greed, greed, greed with him. And yet he thinks that he's so wise. No. So he says that that Musk can just has to tell Trump that let's not let the mainstream media get in the way. Musk has to defend Trump whenever they try to give Musk credit. Do you see how they're trying to control this? They're already, and yet then at the same time, how manipulative it is that what Patrick Bet-David is doing is he's trying to say the American people can't let the mainstream media divide Musk and Trump. No, I think they should be divided because they're very different people in values and smarts. Elon Musk doesn't even come close to the genius that Trump is. But all you'll hear from the podcasters is that Elon Musk is wiser and smarter, and he just has to let Trump know, let's not let this get in between us. And so then he goes on to say, Elon controls what happens. Elon has to be the first to jump out and defend Trump. Elon has to jump out and call these mainstream media out. And his point is that, and he said, Trump was a public enemy number one before the election. After the election, the public enemy number one is Elon Musk, and next after him is J.D. Vance. That's why his argument is that Musk should have more protection. Yeah, so because he's very dismissive. He's like, Trump's going to have his 4 years and that's it. Musk is the future. J.D. Vance is the future. So those things are they're passively belittling him is what they're doing. But then they've never given him the credit he deserves. And the only reason I think that they don't, again, I think that many of these people, you just don't know it, are tied to things that Trump was trying to stop. So that's why they're very just dismissive of his 4 years. Look, 2020 has to be rectified, and Trump had the evidence. His lawyers said they had the evidence. The problem they had is no courts would look at it. So that if that's addressed, and I would imagine it will be, then things have to be set right. So I think you could be looking at 8 years. Now, there would be a whole bunch of people arguing against that. Yeah, well, those voices will quickly be silenced by us Americans that feel like, no, we know, because it was all over Parler. Like I said before, they took Parler down because of all the videos showing what they had done. I'm sure that's why they took it down, Parler down, was because of that reason. So if that's addressed, then to rectify that, you need to give him those years. Because, yeah, he worked hard for these, but you should have done the right thing then. And I think many Trump supporters would be demanding it. I mean, I would hope that Trump would want to do that, because I don't trust these people coming in. I don't. Most especially because these podcasters think Elon Musk is the future. Fuck no. Or that J.D. Vance. No. No, they want to keep the old system in place is what they want to do. They want to be dismissive of Trump's 4 years and just try to just stall Trump and just get through the 4 years. That's why all those podcasters are like, we can get through 4 years. As long as RFK Jr.'s around him and all these other people, they'll keep Trump from doing too much damage to the shadow government. Even though they talk about wanting him to deal with the shadow government, what they're doing is acting like Elon Musk is smarter. Elon Musk is not smarter. He's not even in the average range of smart, in my opinion. He said, Elon is the future and J.D. Vance is the future. And that's what they're all focused on. They're like, Trump he had to go through these humiliating times, and he took a bullet for the country. And, he said, so Elon Musk has to carry the flag for Trump. No, Elon Musk, most of us Americans that support Trump don't want anything to do with Elon Musk and the administration. We do not need a DOJ committee. We really don't. Trump can handle all of this. I think he's putting him out there because Elon Musk is going to continue, because he's not a wise person, to take steps too far, which he's already doing. And the people that Trump serves is us, is the little people. He knows who these podcasters are. He knows who Elon Musk is. They have all been tied, many of them have been tied to things that Trump was trying to get rid of, which all goes back to that trafficking stuff. It does. So just realize that. They all are going to be shown for who they are. So Elon Musk is maybe average in smarts, but he's not even close to the genius Trump is. But here we go again with them all wanting to belittle Trump.